Hello folks, and welcome back to Clash of the Canyon 6. This is round 1, back 9 coverage of the FPO field. We are here in Lockport, Illinois at the Dellwood Park, and this event is presented by Gatekeeper Media here. We want to thank our Patreon sponsors. And here today with me is Jessica. Jessica, how are you doing today?
I am doing great, excited to see the back 9 and the ladies continue to crush.
Yeah, we have seen them crushing so far, so hopefully they continue to do that. On our card today is Juliana, Des, and Ellen all sitting at even par, and Holly just a couple strokes behind at 2 over par. Going into our leaderboard here, it's a pretty tight race at the top there. Sarah is in the lead currently at 3 under par through 12 holes. We're going to be on to hole 10 here. Hole 10 is a 482 foot par 4. There's going to be a Mando, and there's going to be OB that wraps the entire left side of the hole all the way up to the basket. First off, we have Ellen here looking to throw a backhand.
Looks like it's in good position to get around that for that Mando. And that green is a pretty high peninsula, wouldn't you say? It's like a...
Yeah, it's almost kind of like on a shelf, maybe.
Yeah.
And so you could putt back and forth across it a couple times.
Another good position. That was Des.
Holly up next.
Oh, that's looking good. It just needs to settle down, which it does. She should have a clear look right to the green.
Yeah, I think she got past the Mando tree, so if she did, she's going to have a very good look there to get her birdie.
Another great shot from Juliana. Oh, look at that tree kick.
Oh,
Pushed
and
her
kicked
forward.
right up there, and there you can see the Mando, and she's going to be looking right at the basket from over there.
Oh, she was excited too of that little tree
Hey,
kick that helped her out.
Tree love going around on this hole.
Holly taking a hyzer route, and she has a look at the basket.
Yeah, she needed a little more fade out of that, but she's probably going to be in circle 2, maybe inside circle 1.
Beautiful sidearm from
What
Ellen.
a shot. She'll be inside the circle, probably about 15 feet.
Yep.
Juliana here.
Oh, got knocked down, but she's still in fairway.
Yeah, she should be able to get up and down for her par still.
That was a stunning turnover.
Great shot by Des there to get up and down. Juliana is going to find herself inside the circle as well.
That is definitely the play on this green.
Yeah, if you can land in the wood chips, you have a better chance of not skipping. If you hit on the front side, you have a chance of skipping over. So you really want to just land right in those wood chips.
Great. That was a birdie from Ellen.
Yeah, it's a great way to start the back 9, and that's going to actually give her a turkey gobble gobble.
Oh,
3 in a row there.
Oh, sit down, sit down.
That's the shelf we talked about that it sits on. You see as it rolled all the way down outside the circle.
Good bit on her comeback, and it settled down right by the basket.
Yeah, those comeback putts get tough when they roll down and away.
It does.
Especially when
Good
you're
putt.
inside the circle to then be outside the circle.
Right? That was a good putt from Holly to finish the hole with a par.
Sure, she wanted birdie from her drive, but a par is good on this hole. This hole actually played as the second hardest hole on the course today.
And Juliana just tapping out.
And we're going to be on to hole 11. All right, hole 11 is a 258-foot par 3. It's really just going to be a nice straight shot, and then if it does fade a little bit or turn a little bit, it's going to be fine. You're going to be up there inside the circle. But really just a routine shot for these players, wouldn't you say?
It is. Very straight shot, tight gap, and as long as you make that, you should be in a clear for a birdie.
This one's going to be pretty early, and I think she got into the stuff there. Probably going to be looking at a par at best.
I have to say, if it's in the rough, I think it could get pretty rough on this course. Around this hole, excuse me. That was a great shot.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Holly put it inside the bullseye, it looked like. Juliana up next.
This is her bread and butter, right? Those shots. Oof, even Ace ran it.
As you can see, like you talked about, she's inside the circle up there. Des up next. An early release, unfortunately, but hopefully she can get up and down from here.
Great recovery shot from Des.
What an absolute gem of a recovery shot. She's in the bullseye, and she's going to drop in a par there. Oh, I was going to say, it looks like Ellen's got a line here. I thought we were maybe going to see one.
Ellen didn't like it out of her hand, but she's not too far, so she'll have her tap in for her par. Nice putt.
Good putt from Juliana there to get her birdie. Oh, Ellen's up next, so it tells me Holly's drive was very close.
Good par from Ellen. I know with being in the rough, she wanted to capitalize on that birdie.
Hey, but saving par from in there is always good. I mean, this is one that, like you said, you want to capitalize and get birdie. It's a pretty easy hole for them here on the back nine, but saving par is always important.
That was a stunning drive from Holly. Absolutely fantastic birdie.
And Des is also going to save her par, and we're going to be on to hole 12. All right, so hole 12 is 325 feet. It's a par 3 with OB on both right and the left side. OB deep, but players, I don't think will have any trouble with the OB deep. And Holly up here first, going with the right hand, backhand.
I feel like the short pad on this hole really kind of removes that majority of that OB. Right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. As Holly just kind of throws it right into the middle of the fairway.
Same with Juliana.
Yep. And I mean, if you can get the road skip,
Woo.
oh, wow.
I know, just outside circle.
She's actually just out of bounds there.
Oh, that's
like,
OB?
She skipped all the way to the left side OB just as you say something. She skips through the green and out of bounds. And
so did that one.
I think our second players, they're also going to find OB there.
I'll take my comment back then. That's a nice flex.
And
she's playing it safe.
I was going to say, maybe Des got a little scared after seeing those two go OB, but...
I thought that was a flag for a circle, and that was OB. Oh, great approach from Des there.
Yeah, so unfortunate skips out of them, but...
That looked like it was about to be in.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like Holly's trying to run one from deep here.
What a great stroke, Ellen.
What a putt to save par.
Textbook.
Great. That was dead center.
Great
Juliana
putt.
also saving par. So both those skips got them up there inside the circle. If they would have been a little less speed, I think both of them would have stayed in bounds and they would have got birdies.
Agreed. A lot more golf for them to be able to capitalize on it moving forward. That was also her par putt.
Yeah, so tapped out for par there. Des is also going to be tapping out for par. And we're going to be on to hole 13. All right, 13 is 562 foot par 4. It's pretty much dead straight, but you're going to have OB right and left again. And right behind the green, it's actually going to drop down. So players want to land short and skip right up to the basket. Holly teeing off first.
That is a great rip from Holly.
Yeah, what a crush.
Full flight.
Yeah, if you can get past that tree there, you're in a good spot.
A little low from Juliana, but she seems to have got enough distance. I think her second shot will be key.
Second shots are key on a lot of these par 4s, as we've already seen out here. You have a lot of freedom on the first shot, I would say.
Yes. Good room for recovery abilities. Ellen looks like it came out a little bit low, turned over, but she's still smack in the middle of the fairway and will have a great approach shot too. Not bad.
Nope, all players in good spots here off the tee.
That's looking great.
If she can get the skip.
Ooh.
Oh, there it is. Right up to the cameraman and got the log actually to save her from going down the hill there on that left side. So she should have a putt inside the circle, I think.
She might have been aiming for him. Good aim spot, right?
Hey, the cameramen are usually in a pretty good position.
Does here with what looks like another great shot. Just skips on him.
Oh,
Little short.
Yep. If she would have got the skip off the wood chips, I think she would have got up to inside the circle.
You can hear the wind kind of picking up too here. Oh, and Holly parking it.
A great shot by Holly to get inside the bullseye there.
Even with the tree action, Ellen had so much spin that she parked it.
That was aggressive with that slope behind and everything.
Such confidence. I love it.
No fear, just running them.
Yeah, I feel like these drop-offs are serious. Woo! Nice putt from Juliana. That's for birdie.
Yeah, she was up there. She got that good skip off the road there to get inside circle. And I feel like that's a smart play, but Holly went all air.
Yeah. Des tapping out her par putt. And Holly tapping in her birdie putt.
Yeah, bullseye birdie on this one. Pretty impressive, I would say.
I have to agree.
We actually only had 3 birdies on the day, 2 of them coming from our cart. Hole 15 here is a 238-foot par 3. Players are, really going to want to try and get inside the circle on this one, but it does drift down to the left. So unfortunately, it has the ability to roll away with that right-hand backhand.
I agree. I do definitely think the play is that right-hand backhand, but getting out of that gap is crucial. Getting as close to that circle like you stated, because that drop-off is pretty hefty with that. Oh,
and there you
creek.
See it running down to the creek. So we're actually, the drone flyover was actually the MPO layout as well. So we saw kind of a hook shot, whereas they're playing more of a straight shot.
Oh, for that short pad.
Yep.
Ellen with her forehand. Oh, just off.
Des here.
That was a beautiful flight, but it looks like it's too fast.
I was going to say, I don't know if it's going to stay.
Ellen looks like she was. I love when the ladies talk to their discs.
Oh, I'm always wondering the same thing. I was like, why did you do that, or why are you doing that? Smart play there.
Might have been a half bid, right? Which I can't blame her, because with that slope, you want to make sure you're not rolling down.
Yeah. Holly running it from there, and unfortunately, she's going to have an obstructed putt now.
Boom, Holly. That was
great
gorgeous.
Comeback putt.
Definitely using her yoga abilities on that stance.
Yeah, that's why you run those putts. If you have confidence to make the comeback, you got to run the putts and you have a chance for birdie.
Yes. These ladies know exactly how to do it. Wonderful putt from Ellen. And that was to save her par.
Have Juliana up next. These first days were hot and dry, so you really see the players, wiping their discs off, using the chalk bag. So some of these holes got a little dusty.
I know the humidity here can be quite intense. That's another great putt. I like that she went to the straddle stance.
Yeah, maybe just with the slope of the hill, it was just a little more comfortable.
Yeah. Great confident putt.
And Des here, going to tap in for bogey, and we'll be right back after a short break. All right, we're back. Hole 15. It is 195 feet uphill, par 3. So players are really going to want to try and get into this green. Not a must get, but they definitely want to get this one.
Agreed. And that elevation plays. How far much more distance? What would you say? Probably another 40, 50 feet?
Yeah, I would say it probably plays in that 225-ish to 240 range.
Pin high.
Yeah, pin high, a little deep there actually from Holly, so good shot. Juliana up here next, the backhand.
That's a great hyzer flight. And right outside circle?
Yeah, I think so. I think once you got to the backside of the basket, those rocks were inside the circle.
This is another one that has one of those hefty drop-offs behind the green, too. And the scenic rocks that we were talking about.
Yep. She's going to skip there and maybe be obstructed, but she should be able to find a line there for her birdie bid.
Des opting for the standstill on this for a controlled shot and able to capitalize on that.
Yep, she got up there as well. She's probably going to be right at circle's edge.
What a great stroke from Holly.
Let's go. Off the front and in, but hey, in is in, right?
It is. There's no room for some descriptions, especially with the birdie.
Yep, 2's a 2.
A little low from Des, but at least it sat.
Yep. Juliana up for her birdie.
It was a little obstructed with the lower ceiling.
Yeah, she did kind of push that tree line on the backside, unfortunately. Hopefully Ellen in here has something. Looks like she's going to go to a straddle there, so looks like she has found a window.
And a good birdie putt from Ellen.
Yeah. When you get that close to the basket and you don't really have a look, you're just gritting your teeth. You're like, I got to make this.
She was laser focused. Just a couple tap-ins for par.
All right. That's going to do it with hole 15. Hole 16 here is a 538-foot par 4. Players are really just going to want to get out into the opening here so that way they can play into the green. As long as you are, in the open and not too pinched on the left-hand side, you're going to be able to, I would say, get up and down for your birdie.
Yes, I think this is one of the more lenient holes, wouldn't you say, regarding obstructions and OBs?
Yeah, I feel like they could just turn one over and let it loose out there to get down the hill a little bit.
Yes, we're going to see some of those distant shots. Same with right here. That was Holly.
Yeah, that was a great shot by Holly there.
I love to see that distance from her. I know she's been working hard on that.
Yeah, she worked it. I've seen a lot of videos this winter of her just, putting in the work out there in the field, so.
Looks like Ellen slightly turned that over, but it doesn't look like she'll be out of position too much.
Yeah, I was just thinking if you get too far down that hill, though, you're going to have, a bit of uphill to, come back with. But Juliana put a move on that one.
Yes.
She's going to be way out there.
I've always been amazed by Juliana's distance, to be completely frank. She puts her whole body into it.
Yep, and it's just so smooth.
It is.
Des here with the backhand as well. Looks to be a little bit left, but we'll see what they have here. Yeah, so that's what I was saying. They got a little bit left here, and they're kind of pinched. They almost just have to throw it basket high and hope they have got a jumper look. Whereas if you're out to the right, you can get into the green, actually.
A clear, open view at it.
Yep. But that looks like a great shot from Holly.
Woo!
And she's going to be close to that circle. Looking at her birdie from there. That was a big hyzer from her.
And Ellen's following that same hyzer out. It looks like it, just got caught up a little high. Is she past the opening of the green?
It's hard to say. I couldn't really tell where that one fell.
A little short from Juliana, but hopefully she still has a good putt for par.
Yep. And Des out here just in the field, kind of getting up and down for her par. And she's going to do just that with that approach shot.
Yeah.
Ellen here from what looks like outside circle 2. Good run, though. A little half bid, still very close to the basket.
That was a great line. Hopefully it sat for Juliana.
Looked like it did there. Holly from what looks like Circle's Edge. Great putt from her. That is a great birdie from where she was. She was kind of pinched on the left-hand side, but that big hyzer got her all into the basket, and good putt's going to get the birdie.
Another great putt.
Yeah, who was that?
That was for Ellen's par.
Ellen's par there.
And another putt for par from Juliana.
Des running up to her tap in there.
And Des tapping in her par. Holly sneaking away with that birdie.
Yeah, Holly with the birdie, and we're on to hole 17. It's a pretty tight shot. This actually isn't our basket. They played to the second one here. I think we might see some players play out and around, but you do have the ability to shoot up the middle. It is a little downhill, so.
I'm interested to see who goes for the tight line on this one.
Looks like Holly's lining it up now, actually.
Ooh, and she hits the gap, just gets sliced down just a little high. That is a tight gap.
Yeah, not only do you have to be perfectly straight, but it also needs to be low. And Holly was like, Holly didn't even know that a line existed, it sounded like.
Ellen's like, I knew it was there. Oh, it looks like Juliana's going for that line too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and you could probably get a good skip, I was just going to say. There it is.
She's actually going to be behind the basket, probably about Circle's Edge.
Mm-hmm.
But looking at birdie from back there. This takes almost all the danger out of the hole.
I love that skip play. She got kind of hit back from the tree, but she still has a good look at basket for birdie. That was a beautiful approach from Holly.
Beautiful approach. Yeah, she got chopped down about halfway down the hole, and she's going to be tapping in for par from there.
Safe layup.
Yeah, maybe a half bid, but more just trying to get it towards the...
Oh, she just got nubbed from the basket.
Wow. That looks so good.
That was a beautiful stroke for her. I thought that was definitely capitalizing on that birdie. Ellen with the awkward stance a little bit.
She got robbed by that tree. She should have been under the basket.
I love that Holly got up and down. That was great.
She's like, I played the main gap.
I think it's harder.
Oh, it's so much harder. We actually played this hole during the week.
Yeah?
Like, being out on the course, and I was like, oh, I'm going to play this one. And I landed where Holly landed, so.
That tree gets in the way.
Yeah, I don't blame her. That's a hard hole play up the middle.
Tapping out for their pars.
And we're on to hole 18. Our last hole here, 242 feet. It's going to be a little uphill, but they're going to have that backstop, you know, maybe to run an ace or to run a hard skip to get up there, then to hopefully sit down. But this was one of the easier holes on the course today, so as Holly attacks it here first.
I agree. Usually the FPO love to run this basket. That is right there, and she'll have a nice
Didn't
putt
look
for
like
birdie.
it rolled, so Ellen up next.
That just skipped and parked the basket.
Oh, what a shot. I mean, I feel like that is a really good play, too, is to play the left side with the skip, and it should actually just trickle right to the basket like that one did.
Juliana looks like it's a little wide.
A little wide, but it's going to get brought back.
She has now a clear look.
Yeah.
After that little slide down the hill.
She'll be running that one.
Ooh, that was a great shot from Des.
Here we are. Another one inside the circle. Oh, shoot.
I was going to say, Holly looks so dialed in.
She's focused on this back nine here, folks. Those putts are dialed.
I love to see the work that these ladies put in.
Des from about 20 for her birdie.
I like this camera angle. Great putt.
And with the drop in, there's another 2 up for our card.
Yes. 3 of the ladies were able to get the birdies on the final hole.
That's always a good feeling, is getting a birdie on the last hole of the day. It's going to the next
Even
day.
a tap and par.
Tap and pars are good too. And folks, that's going to do it for the back 9 here. Here are results from the back 9. And Holly Finley really turned it on there. 5 down on that back 9 to bring her to 3 under par. Ellen at 3 under par. As we look at our leaderboard here, we're going to see some of those faces again tomorrow. Is there some familiar faces up there you know?
Yeah, I like to see Anna making her way to the lead card.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah.
I think it'll be our first time on coverage.
I
So
agree.
hopefully we'll see you there. And we want to thank you all for watching. Like and subscribe. Jessica, I also want to thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And we'll see you on the next one, folks.